we're trying on users' feedback in various countries and regions to filter out bad ad experience out of the value chain. By doing that, we are trying over a long period of time, we are trying to improve the online ad experience. Well, the main challenge is maybe a couple of challenges as always, but since we are a global initiative, you have to figure out what works globally and what are consumer experiences which are annoying to consumers on a global level, on mobile and desktop. And on the other hand, how advertising is regionally or even locally different and how to respect these differences in one approach. Well, I have seen various countries who are very active in that, and the Coalition for Better Ads is just one initiative. For sure, the publishers by themselves have to take measures as well. And if they communicate, for example, to Adblock activated users and tell them, hey, this is my business model and advertising is refinancing the editorial stuff and the provisioning of the website, this can succeed. So the Adblocker rate doesn't go to zero, but it is decreasing when you take measures, and the Coalition for Better Ads is just one part of that. Well, the GDPR, there was a lot of panic and hectic and around end of May related to this. I think we still don't know in precise what impact it will have on things like tracking, for example, and the question is still open whether you need user consent, active user consent for the various things what are happening technically in the advertising value chain. This will still take some time to figure out. But what it indicates to publishers is that publishers should be aware when they collect user data that the user should confirm that they are fine with that. So this is not about the Coalition for Better Ads, but this is GDPR has various interrelationships with Better Ads as well. I think it makes sense to have the user and the user feedback to take it into account at every single step of the process. So what has often happened in the past is that advertisers and agencies create campaigns and publishers play them out, and when you play them out, it's the first touch point to the user. And what we might learn in the future is that you take the user's feedback concerning annoyingness, for example, concerning their acceptance for advertising formats and also other dimensions of advertising into account when you are creating a campaign. And I'm quite certain that if you take that into account, the campaign in the end will be more successful. I think it's definitely all players in the value chain are needed. So if you are trying to make ads better from a publisher's side and don't involve the advertisers, you have a problem. And if you would just define it from the advertiser side, and then the publishers should just play it out, it won't work. So it's a joint effort of all players in the value chain.
But it's more difficult.
That's difficult. It takes a lot of time. It took a lot of time to make adblock rates raise to a level where we are now. So and it will take a long period of time to solve that problem.